friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Holly. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I'm sharing an Easter collaboration with you. It is being hosted by Desiree, aka Mama Friendly, and by Ellie, DIY from House to Home, Kitchen and More. They both have great content on their channels. On Desiree's channel, she's a homeschooling mom and she does homeschooling with a Disney twist. She also does unboxings, recipes sometimes, vlogs. She has a lot of content on her channel that you need to go and check out. On Ellie's channel, she does DIYs, budget friendly. She does recipes, cooking, cleaning, that type of lifestyle videos. So please go and check their channels out. I will leave the link in the description box below. Also, I will leave the playlist of all the other YouTube content creators that are making videos for this collaboration. Everybody's worked hard on their videos, so please go and check them out. And if you like their content, subscribe to their channels. My channel consists of cooking, baking, the occasional DIY, shopping hauls, what I cook for dinners, and also on Sundays I post cooking videos. So if that's the type of content you like to see, I would love to have you as part of my YouTube community. Just click that subscribe button, and I'd love to have you here. Now this Easter collaboration is either for a potluck meal or Easter treats, and I chose to do 2 Easter treats for this one. So they're very easy to make, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what I made, and I hope that you enjoy the video. And today I'm going to share a recipe with you for carrot cake bars, and at Easter time I always make a carrot cake. It's always an Easter type dessert for me. Springtime, but it's real easy, simple to make, and what you will need is 1 cup of light brown sugar packed, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 large egg, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 1 cup of shredded carrots, and then you will also need 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now you will also make a cheesecake swirl for this, so you will need 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and 1 large egg yolk. Now start to add your ingredients for the cake, and you will add the melted butter first. Then add the brown sugar to the melted butter, and it's best if the butter is somewhat warm. Mine sat for just a few more minutes than I needed it to. I had gone off to do something else, and it kind of got cooled off a little bit. So the brown sugar didn't quite melt into it as much as I would have liked. So I did have to work just a little bit just to get the pieces that were a little bit solid to get it smooth. So one tip would be to make sure that it goes in, that the sugar is melted into the warm butter. So don't let it cool off any. Once the butter and sugar is mixed, then add the egg, the tablespoon of vanilla extract, and you want to just mix that in really well. You want to make sure that egg gets combined with the sugar. Now start to add the flour, but first what I do is add the cinnamon, the salt, and the baking powder to this, and then I just stir it up just to combine everything. You want to kind of have it evenly distributed as you scoop this into that mixture. And I gradually add the flour into the mixture because the dry and the wet batter, sometimes if you add all of that dry ingredient, it's hard to mix it in. It's a little too thick. So just add a little bit at a time, and it'll kind of get back to where it's a wet batter. And you will just continue to add the flour until it's completely incorporated throughout that mixture. Now start to add your carrots, and I'd start with just a little bit, and then I will just kind of fold it in, and then I will add the rest of the carrots to it and fold that in as well. Now you want to put this to the side, and then we will start making the cream cheese swirl. Now add the softened cream cheese to a mixer, and usually what I like to do is kind of mix it up just a little bit, just so that way it's not in that solid form. And then once that's done, I will add the sugar, and then I will continue to mix this until everything is smooth. Add 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract and the egg yolk, and then you will continue to mix this, and you want to make sure that is completely mixed in, and then it should have a smooth texture once you're done. You will need an 8 by 8 inch oven safe baking dish. You can either spray that with some nonstick spray, or you can use some parchment paper like I'm doing and spray that a little bit. But the first thing you'll do is add half of the batter. So remember not to add all of it, just half of it. And you will add that to the bottom. And the reason I'm using the parchment paper is because I feel like it's easier. Instead of having to cut these in the pan, I can go ahead and take it out, hopefully, when the time comes to be able to lift it out and cut it. So we'll see if that works. But you want to just put half of the batter on the bottom. Now that you have the cake on the bottom, you will also half this mixture of the cream cheese, and just take spoonfuls and just put it on top, and just anywhere you want. And I just try to spread it out a little bit, but I try to get it where it will have that mixture when you swirl it. Then carefully take the rest of the cake batter and put that on top, and just gently lay it on top. Even though we're going to swirl this, you just don't want to mess it up right away. And once all of the cake batter is on top, I take a spoon, and you can see it's not covering it completely, but that's okay. Just take a spoon and just gently kind of spread it over that, and that works perfectly fine. So you're just kind of covering that top layer just as the best that you can. And then you will add the rest of the cream cheese mixture on top. And the last step to do will be to take a knife, and then you will just swirl this in. You can do as little or as much as you want. I just did it a few times till I got the consistency that I wanted. And then once that's done, you will put this in a preheated oven on 350, anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes, until the sides become golden brown. And you don't want the middle to be loose at all. You want it to be somewhat firm. Now once it came out of the oven, I was a little disappointed because it was not thick like a bar would be. And then I realized the pan I used was an 8.5 by an 8.5 inch pan, so it spread out more. And this was the pan I was supposed to use, and I had forgotten. This is more of an 8 by 8 pan, and it would have made a little bit thicker bar, and it wouldn't have spread so much. But things like that happen. You get in a hurry and you just kind of forget what you're doing. They still tasted good. All I did was cut them up, and I stored these in the refrigerator because of the cream cheese. And I find that after you refrigerate it, the bars kind of firm up a little bit better. They do taste nice when they're cold. Here, this is before I put them in the refrigerator, so you'll have that consistency more of a cake than you would of a bar.
but once they're in the refrigerator, they kind of firm up a little bit, and they really did taste good. And usually when I make a carrot cake, I like to add pecans or something like that. This one didn't call for that, but you can always add that. And now I have one more to show you that I think the kids would enjoy. And this one's really easy and rather quick to make. But you just need whatever your favorite cake mix is. And I like the lemon, especially at Easter time, springtime. But you can use whatever kind you like. I am using creamy white frosting. Normally, I would pair lemon frosting with the lemon cake. But for this one, I'm going to use the white, and I have a reason for that. And also, you will need some pink sanding sugar and cupcake holders, liners, some white sprinkles, some large marshmallows, some small marshmallows, some mini chocolate chips, and those are the really small ones, and any type of heart-shaped it's not really a sprinkle, but any heart-shaped kind of candy that you can get, and a pair of kitchen shears, because we're going to use that to cut some of those large marshmallows. And the first thing that you need to do is make your cake mix, and just follow the directions on the box that you have and whatever ingredients you need. But as I said before, you can use any type of flavored cake mix that you would like. You just need the white icing. Now, after you do that, just line your cupcake pan with some cupcake liners. And just fill up the liners. And I use a measuring cup. It's one of those measuring cup mixing bowl kind of things. That was from Dollar Tree. And I find it makes it a lot easier and less messy to do it this way than trying to scoop it with a scoop or with a spoon. But just take a large marshmallow, and we're going to cut this diagonally. So kind of like if you're looking at it like kind of from one corner to the other, even though it's round. But you're just going to cut it in half like that. And you should have where it forms what looks like a little rabbit's ear. And then you will just take the sanding sugar that you have and just pat it into it. And then you have a little pink bunny ear. And you will continue to do that for the rest of them that you have. And here I lost the video where I'm showing you what you need to do with the cupcake. You ice in the cupcake, and then you take the white sprinkles and then just roll it into it, and that will give you the look of the bunny fur. And I'll show you that later in the video, but I didn't have it for the very beginning. And you just put your little ears on, and then take the little mini chocolate chips, and you're just going to put those on where the eyes would be. And then just take the little candy and put that for the nose, and I put it upside down. You can also use pink icing or anything that would resemble a bunny's nose that's edible. So it doesn't have to be the candies I'm using. So just get creative and use your imagination. Now I'm going to take and cut a small little marshmallow in half. And then I'm going to put that right underneath the nose. That's kind of like where his little whiskers would be. And if you can think of anything that would go for the whiskers, that would be good too. That would be edible. I just kind of left it this way. I think it turned out cute. And I think kids would love doing this. And I think they would have a good time creating their own little bunny cupcake. And this is the part where I wanted to show you how to dip that into the sprinkles. So you just need to ice in it and dip it in. And then you just put the little bunny ears on top. And if you don't have the little mini marshmallows, I'm just kind of showing you that you can just leave it just like that and it would still be cute. And for this one, if you don't have any of the other decorations and you just have the marshmallows, you can just make it with the bunny ears and leave it like that. And if you don't have any decorations at all to put on it, you can just do this and it'll be a bunny tail. So either way, you'd have some form of a bunny, I guess, to make. But also, and that's the easiest thing you can do. If you don't have the white sprinkles, you can also use coconut, and that would work really good too. And I do think these turned out adorable. They're really cute little cupcakes to make, and I think kids would really enjoy doing this as well. And don't forget to go and check out Desiree's channel, aka Mama Friendly, and Ellie's channel, DIY from House to Home, Kitchen and More. Please go and support those channels, and if you like their content, subscribe. Same with the playlist. Go and check everyone's channels and see what they made for this. And if you like their channels and their content, then show them some love and subscribe to their channels. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That will notify you when I post new videos. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and God bless y'all.